We cruising. Those Alabama State Hornets are cruising. Winners of 6 straight games after that first game defeat versus West Virginia. This past Saturday, the Hornets went down to the Delta and they straight out dominated in Mississippi. We still don't know why EA Sports think that this is a rivalry game, because it's not. But anyway, Justin Chambers was balling out. He had over 300 yards rushing, 5 touchdowns. Kevin Scott had over 100 yards and 1 touchdown. As a matter of fact, Bobby Newton threw a touchdown to Jason White, and he threw one to Tim Brown. What a game he had too. But Justin Chambers is still not getting the respect that he deserves on that Heisman watch list. The defense played lights out too. The defense accumulated a total of 5 sacks, as well as 2 pick sixes and 3 total interceptions. The defense was absolutely amazing today. The fact that Kyle Gray and Jason Moore were able to get their first pick sixes of their collegiate careers says a lot in how much we're improving as a defense. But back to Justin Chambers. He's still not getting the respect that he deserves from the Heisman voters. This man is not averaging well over 200 yards per game. He has over 1,400 yards rushing on the season. Or was it 1,500 yards? We're going to have to go back and check that. But he's still not getting the respect he deserves. And I think this is mainly due to the competition. We're dominating in the SWAC right now. There's nobody right now that's messing with us. And we want to keep this going. We win 77-14. The Hornets cruise and move on to their next opponent. Now let's look at the rest of the results from the HBCU world. We haven't done this in a while. FAMU beat Prairie View. Prairie View was 0-6. My goodness, look at this one though. Look at Southern. They beat South Florida. Look at that. South Florida is 1-6. And Southern beat them 40-22. Wow. Meanwhile, down in Jackson, Mississippi, Texas Southern beat Jackson State 41-22 with 21. Grambling just destroyed Alcorn 42-14. Wow, what an interesting weekend for the SWAC. Meanwhile, over at the Sun Belt, aka the MEAC, Norfolk beat Howard. Somewhere down the line, Howard finally picked up their first win, and Tennessee State defeated Hampton. Justin Chambers wins National Offensive Player of the Week for his performance on offense, while Kyle Gray wins Max SWAC Defensive Player of the Week. Look at that stat line. 5 tackles, 2 for loss, 2 sacks, an interception, and that interception went for a pick 6. Now look at the Heisman list. Justin Chambers is still nowhere to be found, but Chad Henne and Mario Monaghan moved up on the list. Wow. Meanwhile, over at the Sun Belt, aka the MEAC, Corey Harrison of Norfolk State and Josh Williamson of Hampton have won Offensive and Defensive Players of the Week. Wow. Look at that. Corey Harrison only missed on 6 targets. He played a very good game. Let's look at the standings real quick for the SWAC. Texas Southern and APBU are still fighting for that spot in Detroit to represent the SWAC East. Meanwhile, the Hornets are still holding down things over at the West. Look at the Sun Belt, aka the MEAC though. Tennessee State is 4-1 in conference play, well in the lead. Looks like Delaware State and North Carolina A&T still have some games to play. But let's look down at the bottom of the barrel. I thought Howard was the worst team. It's actually South Carolina State, and they just won the conference last season. So let's look into recruiting. Blake Clayton is still set to visit us when we play Grambling. Brad Anderson has us on the top of his list now. From Lauderhill, Florida. We definitely need him on the team, but we're still waiting for him to make an official visit to us. Tim Mitchell still has us on our list. And then there was Chris Jones. He moved us to 2nd, right behind Miami, but we're still battling Auburn. Meanwhile, Marcus Wilson is set to make a visit. We got him set up to go to the Grambling game, and he has us number 1 on his list. So join us next time. We're going down to the Bayou in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, and we're taking on the Jaguars of Southern, the human jukebox. It should be an interesting game. Dante Alvarez is in his last season. We'll see y'all there. Peace.